This is Sarajevo's first ever gay pride parade. And over 1,000 police officers are on the streets to keep the LGBT protesters safe. After all, being openly gay, lesbian, or a member of a sexual minority is still a big taboo in Bosnia. 20-year-old Adnan is among the protesters. He's bisexual. His coming out was a long, difficult struggle. But at this year's Gay Pride Parade, he can finally be open about his sexuality without fear.
I've been to many gay pride parades before, but it's something really special to have this sense of freedom in my home city. I'm overwhelmed. This is the new Sarajevo.
The Sarajevo he has known so far is very different. Adnan doesn't want to show us his neighborhood out of fear of running into people who know his sexual orientation.
I was alone. For many years, I was lonely. I pretended to be someone else. I adopted an identity that was not really mine, to hide my true self.
He shows us where he went to school and where he first spoke out for gays, after which he was beaten up by some of his fellow schoolmates.
The funny thing is, they didn't even know my sexual orientation. They thought I'm a straight guy supporting the gay movement. That's why they attacked me after school. I guess you learn to deal with that.
Adnan says none of the teachers bothered to react to the incident. That, he says, is just how things are here. Ever since the Bosnian War, conservative Saudi Wahhabi Islam has begun spreading in the country. It's gradually displacing Bosnia's more liberal Islam. It regards homosexuality as unacceptable.
The family is a fundamental unit in the society of Bosnia and Herzegovina. We want this message to be heard.
Several hundred fundamentalists have turned out to stand up for what they deem traditional Bosnian values.
This is how things are supposed to be. If God had created only men or only women, humanity would die out. God created us to procreate. And this is only possible within the family.
Adnan and these counter-protesters are worlds apart, even though some people he knows could be here.
I'm kind of afraid I might see one of my neighbors or relatives. You can get used to the hatred in the country. But it is different when you're hated by someone who you know so well.
By law, nobody may be discriminated against because of their sexual orientation. But Bosnians are divided over gays and lesbians.
Every person has the right to love whoever they want. That's their free choice.
I am against people publicly demonstrating for something that should be a private matter.
Publicly expressing your sexual orientation is unacceptable.
Sarajevo's first ever gay pride parade is in the media spotlight. More than 2,000 people have taken to the streets to call for tolerance and to protest against discrimination. There are even several Western ambassadors among the crowd. The large police force keeps hecklers and counter-protesters at a distance. They want to stop the march going ahead. But today, Adnan is not bothered by them. He just enjoys the atmosphere.
Yesterday was all about hate and traditional values, but today it's all about love.
Even if it's love that is protected by a huge police presence.